But they'll look at it and say, oh, the field's short of nitrogen, so I need to spread something on my field to improve the nitrogen. But it's a I guess the word gross application of nitrogen to the field. It's not a measured quantity, so they figure out average. Well, I'm going to need to add this amount of nitrogen, so they set up their spreader for that, and then they run over the entire field, just spreading that amount onto the field. But there's no control over where they've already been, so if they cover a spot twice, then that's going to get double the amount of nitrogen. If they miss a bit, then that's not going to get any. And it's never going to be 100% ideal, but it is going to be better than it was. So it might be interesting to do that with precision farming at some point. Well, thanks a lot, truck. I probably shouldn't be driving with wide narrows on the back, but I am. It's the second truck. Okay, so we will get to here. I think I can see most of the field at the moment if I stay at this height. So we'll do this one manually while we can. Turn those off. So yeah, this field looks like we missed a little bit at the top there. A couple of spots. This field, I don't know what happened there, but that might be a failure to germinate type of thing. This field, mostly done. This field, couple of patches. And little patches isn't such a big deal. But once we start, this field may gain a couple more weed patches where I completely missed it with the herbicide. We'll probably have a similar problem there. These will do 100%. I have to wait till they start growing. I haven't checked these fields to see whether they're growing yet. But then the plan is for the grass fields is to run down with the weed. We'll buy a weeder once we harvest. Once we do the first cut, and we'll make sure that we keep those fields weeded. As soon as a patch of weeds appears, we need to attack that with the meadow weeder and just meadow harrow, I think they called it, and just deal with the weeds immediately, because when we spray those fields, I'm going to have to spray them stuff. House project. The doors are finished and we now have handles on them, which is a good deal. Our contractor is finishing off his outside project. He's got a deck to finish, and yes, that's weird. Don't know what's happening to that patch of ground. But anyway, he'll be over after the new year to discuss our interior projects. Number one is, I think on our joint list, is get the staircase into the basement redone, put some storage underneath, and some handrails and whatever the bits that go vertically under the handrails to the step to stop small children falling off the side of the steps. We want to get that done so the kids can go up and down the stairs in relative safety. That'll be a New Year project. I'd like to do the bathroom, but it's not it's not something you absolutely have to get done. But I'm kind of thinking I would like to get our bathroom done, since we've never had our bathroom done. And in the last house we got the bathroom floors tiled, the walls painted, and it was sort of, wow, wish we'd done this earlier. So we're kind of planning to renovate the master bathroom. The other bathroom's just a standard bathroom, and we can we can either redo it. I don't see the point because it's in fairly good condition, but maybe tile the floor and paint the walls would give it a new lease of life. Kitchen we'd like to do, but I'm not sure. We can kind of live with the kitchen for now. So house projects. There's not a lot of main projects to do this year, and we also kind of want to see what the government does in January, because we're kind of expecting hikes in taxes and stuff, in spite of the promises that if you earn less than 400,000, you won't see your taxes raised. I believe that, like I believe if you like your doctor, you can keep your doctor, because that worked out well for a lot of people too. So I mean, I wasn't a fan of Trump when he got in, but my philosophy on government is, if you don't mess with my life, I'm perfectly happy with you running the government. When you run on a platform of we're going to screw with your life, then I don't trust anything you say, because you're just going to screw with my life. And I think that's a thing with a lot of people, is they're perfectly happy with government to do government stuff, so long as government doesn't mess with their stuff. And when government starts messing with your stuff, it's sort of, you're here to run the country and protect people, not get in everybody's way. It's like this week Michigan is reopening movie theatres, stage theatres, and bowling alleys, and can't remember what else, but basically those things. You can only have 100 people in your premises, or at least in any area of your premises. So a movie theatre that's got 500 seats, 100 people can go into that movie theatre to watch a movie. Plus they have to social distance, plus they have to wear masks 100% of the time. We've got some friends whose parents run a bowling alley, and it's sort of, we can open our bowling alley, and it's absolutely no point doing so, because we can only have 100 bowlers. We can't open, they can't even consider opening their what is it? Let's call it cafeteria facilities. They serve food on the premises. They're not allowed to, because people will sit down and eat inside. You can open food establishments for takeout, but because it's a bowling alley, you can't open your food court. And that's a large amount of income that they can't have. Obviously people can't bring in food and drink from outside, because then they're eating indoors in a public area, and you can't do that because wearing a mask. So it's sort of, well, thanks for nothing. We can't. You've said we can open, but frankly it's unworkable. Restaurants still can't open for eating, and that's all until 15th of January, I think. About 15th of January. So yeah, nobody's going out over Christmas. Well, that's, yeah, the thing is politics doesn't always suck. Like I said, if the politicians don't mess with your life, then people don't really care. Yeah. I mean, some people do, but for the most part, if a politician just says, yeah, carry on business as usual, don't do anything bad, don't kill people, don't steal stuff, don't smash stuff, and we'll all get on fine. Yeah, people are happy with that. And the people sort of turn around and say, yeah, don't bomb, other countries into the Dark Ages. And as I said, while I might not like Trump as a person, as a president, he did kill that Iranian military guy. But outside of that, I haven't heard of any countries we bombed or, oh, you're having a war, can we play too? Which was rampant in our previous administration. So I fully expect Biden to start sending out our military to bomb people and bully them into submission. But, the way to look at it is Trump's a businessman. He can get things done purely from a business aspect, and he's been doing it for years. You might not like his business practices, but he gets what he needs done. He walks into a room and he knows what he wants before he starts. So he asks for everything and then negotiates things away, but the things he's negotiating away is stuff he didn't really want in the first place. He just asked for it. So it's like, you want to buy a new house. You go and look at someone's house and say, I'd like to buy your house. I also want the refrigerator, your truck, your mower, and just list everything that's on the premises. And we'll sell you the house, but we want to keep our furniture. Well, okay, fair enough, but you're going to have to give me a discount on what I'm offering you. And that's the way Trump negotiates. He just looks at something and says, I'll have all of it. Let's talk. And you end up getting what you want in the deal, or what you absolutely want in the deal. But yes, and there was that. I mean, last I heard, I think he'd been nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize 5 times this year. And instead they gave it to an organisation that's partly headed up by Hunter Biden. So, seriously? Yeah. But then I haven't considered the Nobel Peace Prize to be actually a worthwhile prize for at least 4 years now. Yeah. Oh, you deserve the Nobel Peace Prize for becoming president. No, you deserve the Nobel Peace Prize for actually doing peace things. I haven't paid attention to who won in, what would it be, 2020, 2019, 2018. But, yeah. It is what it is. But yeah, no new wars in the last 4 years. But as I said, he did do a drone strike against the Iranian military guy. But that's the only one I heard of. And you know darn well, if he was fighting wars in any other countries, the media would be all over it, saying, oh, unjust wars, unjust wars. So I'm inclined to think he hasn't. How are we doing? think we're getting a good coverage here. But now we have to wait till the next growth stage before I can add any fertiliser. And we'll be back in this tractor to do that. But yeah, I mean, it's... I think military negotiation, or negotiation with threat of military force, is frequently a fallback of the weak. You know, I don't have the strength to stand up and negotiate, so I'm just going to have a lot of men with guns standing behind me threatening you if you don't do what I want you to do. And Trump is a negotiator, number one. So he doesn't need the military standing behind him threatening people with guns. He will walk in and he will basically say, this is what I want. And if the negotiations collapse, he's prepared to walk away and let you think about it and then come back later and say, okay, you're prepared to talk about it now. Not because I've bombed the crap out of you, but just because you've had a chance to think about it and, you know, dealing with me might be a good idea. But I think most of the other... No. Most of the other people we have as politicians don't have any strength, so they rely on threat of violence instead of strength of argument. That could take us on a whole different stream of consciousness.
Alright, so if you hear a lot of ruckus, that's because I'm trying to move things in my room.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
I'll help you.
Okay,
I
bye.
don't know, Mikey.
No, ready.
I have to change first. No, you can't come in.
When we can come in.
Teenage girls and 3-year-olds with no idea of personal space. Always a good combination. Oh, I wish this thing went faster. I believe there's an Amazon sprayer, self-propelled sprayer, that has a working speed of about 11 miles an hour. So if I do get a sprayer, self-propelled, I will get one of those. Just 'cause faster. Yeah, you're faster. The other thing I could consider, so stuff other than tractors with engines in, I could get a self-propelled sprayer, which means I could get rid of this kit and it would free up the tractor. The other thing I could consider is a Krone Big M mower. Now that doesn't free anything up per se, but it does mean that I don't have to use one of my big tractors on the mowing jobs. I can just send out a Big M, mow the field, come back. If I'm doing silage, then I can mow the field and row as it goes. And if I'm doing hay, I don't have to merge. The problem, we've got the class mowers at the moment and they don't have self-merging, so I have to have, well, you still have to have a separate windrower when you're baling up hay. Yeah, I looked at that. I think I added that to my Lothfolds playthrough and I kind of felt it's sort of too fast. So I tested it out on Lothfolds and I just decided it's too fast. it doesn't feel right. Plus, it's a US piece of equipment, and quite frankly, even with the improved FS19 road width, it's still not ideal for law faults. This map, it would take up the entire road width because of the stance. There's also the Horsch self-propelled, and I haven't looked at that one, but I think that's limited to a working speed of 7. Most of them are limited to working speed 7. The Big Brute, that's the spraying version of the Big Bud. Again, US, I probably would avoid it. I'm not entirely anti-US equipment. I mean, the bale trailer we've got is Anderson, which is technically Canadian. I don't think they have any outlets in the European sector. However, it's not it's not outside the realms of possibility of having something similar available. So, yeah. Now, I could go with something like a Class Zerian saddle track. I don't know how fast they go. But, maybe I should look at that, because we do have the saddle track available as a mod on this playthrough already. I think it is primarily a slurry spreader. Maybe I'll have a look once we finish this field and we're folding up the boom. Looking from that angle was a little bit disorienting. I'm looking at the side of the field and it's over there, and it's sort of, wow, that's a really weird angle. Sort of, if you were flying a plane and you saw that, chances are you could end up putting the plane into the ground, because your brain's not processing where the ground is and where the sky is properly. I think there's a tiny little triangle to our right, but chances are we probably won't get any weeds on that bit. If we do, it's such a small set area, it's not going to be a significant issue. Anyway, nearly done. That's not the end of the triangle. Damn. Okay. I was hoping I could sweep it around and just cover the rest without having to drive all the way. There we go. And we'll fold that up. So, tractors. Class Terra track. So I've got the 4005, the 4000, 5000. Is that's the mod, as opposed to the Platinum expansion 4000. So 5000, 4000, 337, and that's the older style. I haven't looked at this. We've got a bunch of chrome wheels. Woo, purdy. We can do black, white, nah. Seriously, well, that's US colours, class colours. I don't know about red or blue. It is a nice blue. But, yeah, we could do a US Zerian 4000, 5000. So grid, we can do black, chrome, and green. I don't know. Oh, it's this thing. Yeah, whatever. Configuration standard. Or weight, that's hefty. Oh, that's a weight on the back.
This is a plan, but it matters if I can put the lamp and the night lighter. I was planning on putting the bookshelf like right here, close to the door, and then the dresser right over here in the corner where the bookshelf was, and my bed like not really by the wall, but because my bed is like this way, we're gonna try to go get this way.
Okay.
So we're gonna try.
We need help.
Trollberg, Michelin, Midas. Ooh, Nokia. So, and we actually get, we're there. Doubles, narrows, twin narrows. So, different tyres. So, anyway, tyres, whatever that is. Oh, we can have track. What the heck's that? Track or track VC? I don't know. That's a thing. And the front weight, okay, can be heavier, or you can have a front attacher for whatever. GPS, yes or no? Oh, lots of different ones. And side design. Okay, EU standard. And Zerion 4500 or 5524 or 483. So anyway, that's that model. The saddle track is the one I was interested in. So this one, you can attach things to the back. Comes with a weight on the front. Michelin, Midas, Nokian, regular. And you can get narrow twins on it, or narrows. Weight on the back. Oh, good grief, that's quite substantial. You can change the weight on the front. That's engine size, so 379, no, 335 or 379. Okay, and side design, you can have warning things on the back, but this thing now, you can attach stuff to the back of, and I think it's mostly here. Yeah, Class Zerion saddle track, I don't think that's right. So you can put this on the back, which is a slurry tank, and that on the front, which is, I don't know what that is. A thing. I think that's the pump to load it. Oh, and you can have a hazard thing. That, don't know if that attaches to that at all or not. Design. Oh, okay. SKU85. What's that for? That's for something else. TV585. But anyway, you've got a slurry tank for that, which doesn't tell me what the. So I've got to put that on the front. 15,000 litres. So it's not much bigger than the one we're using. I don't know. Oh, that's for the Alpine. That's just something. I don't know what the TV585 is. But is there a sprayer? Crop protection. No, that's the 4712. I'm not going to be using that. Fertilizer. Oh, that's the dry box. So yeah, we could get a saddle track for the slurry, but I'm probably not going to worry about that too much. So that's that field done anyway. Ah, right, yes. Yeah, that's a big tractor. I must admit, as far as playing Farm Sim is concerned, I am not a fan. Oops, no, that one. I'm not a fan of the articulated tractors. So if a tractor folds in the middle, not really a big fan of it. I'm also not a big fan of the big tracked, single tracked tractors either. I guess I'm not used to driving a tank on a field.
You were right. It was like the weight from the clothes for the dresser, but this is a clock I'm talking about.
Mm.
So, do you know what type of bearing that is?
Looks like a double A.
Do you have double A's?
Yes.
Where are they?
On the bookshelf in Melissa's office.
Okay.
Okay, did I leave the gate open? I did not. So we're actually clearing this quite quickly. So we're getting all this work done quite quickly. It's still light enough